Welcome back and thank you for coming. Please take the time to subscribe to this channel, smash that little like button down there, and remember to hit the little bell for notifications of future videos. In today's video, we will be talking about living well with a disability, Chapter 3, Part 1. As a recap to the previous chapters, we discussed goal setting, the difference between long, medium, and short-term goals. We talked about problem solving to a degree by using tools such as pros and cons lists, and we also talked mainly about the importance of communication, of good, proper communication. And we also mentioned my parable about not running into walls, but looking for the doors, stepping back, taking off your horse blinders that are holding you back, and finding the door that's open right next to you. In this chapter, we're going to be focusing on healthy reactions. The pathway to an important goal can have many roadblocks or detours, and they can be very frustrating. Healthy reactions will discuss how we handle these detours. I'm going to show you a diagram now, and this is the ladder of frustration. Okay, let's look at this diagram and see where we want to go from there. First of all, as you look at it, you see that there is a problem, and it's illustrated. I don't have any reliable transportation. Well, the original solution that you thought of was, I'll call the bus company. Well, the bus company tells you that the nearest bus stop is 2 miles from where you live, so that becomes a detour in your life. And your beliefs about that detour are, if it's a small detour, you feel like, I just need to talk to somebody who knows more about my options. And that gets a little frustrating, or kind of frustrating on this level. The second thing you might think is, might be an average issue. So I need to find out about private transportation services. And that can get pretty irritating, especially when you have services that are so many different services you're going to have to call, or you just don't know how to get a hold of those services. The third thing that can happen is you feel that it's just a huge annoyance, it's terribly frustrating, and you need to buy a car, which can be very difficult for people living on disability pensions or Social Security or limited incomes of any sort. So now we're going to go on and we're going to continue on with the class, but I just wanted to go over this diagram to show you the differences there, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that right now. The biggest difference between the small, average, and huge detours is the amount of time it takes for us to solve the problem. Like this is like detours when traveling across country. The slower the traffic, the more frustration it sets in, especially if you have a deadline ahead of you. Sometimes deadlines are missed, and in some instances, this can mean lost opportunity. And this really increases our frustration. Lost opportunity are sometimes called showstoppers, because we perceive them to be permanent issues that cannot be changed. And yes, those are very debilitating. But when I said that, I said perceive. Not always is it as we perceive it. These moments can also lead to what Oprah and Dr. Phil used to call the aha moments. I define it as a moment where there's a chance to reevaluate your goals, start looking for new open doors. Fortunately for us, most things are not showstoppers. With time and persistence, they can be circumvented. Remember that the biggest showstopper out there is us giving up. There are 3 types of detours that I'm going to mention here. First one is environmental detours. These are frequently issues for people with disabilities, including but not limited to transportation, access, to buildings, access to bathrooms, things like that, and other barriers that you might run across. Road problems, snow. These issues are frustrating, but rarely are they showstoppers. Just remember that communication and advocating your needs to the right people are paramount in breaking through these issues. Or we can just become really frustrated and stomp off angrily. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. People who are not disabled at times take accessibility for granted. And it doesn't make them insensitive monsters, it just makes them human. Give people the opportunity to be their best selves. Okay, number 2, health detours. All people occasionally have health issues. Some have chronic health issues that can seem like real showstoppers. But by living a healthy lifestyle and learning to manage your health conditions, you can keep these issues from being total showstoppers and just make them into slight detours on your path to your goals. Later in this workshop, we will discuss physical activity, nutrition, and information seeking to help you avoid such detours. Number 3, and this is probably the hardest one, is motivational detours. Sometimes we just have had enough and we feel that it's time to give up on our goals. Then we become kind of like settlers. And, we become like settlers. We just stop and set up our house along the way to our goal. Ever notice when traveling west on the interstate that towns are usually about 30 miles apart? Well, that's because that's about how far you could ride a horse in a day, and that's about how far you could travel in a day when this country was being built. And along those paths across country, several people stopped and settled in different areas. The difference today, unlike with those folks, or pioneer settlers, is that we have exciting tools and innovation to help us further along the way. We have the internet, we have good programs out there that help us. We have lots of good schooling, lots of good education out there that can help us along the way. We're going to discuss these paths, and we're going to discuss these further in further chapters. Until we meet next time, this has been Larry Sodders for Disability No Way. Please subscribe, hit that little bell icon to get notifications, and comment by all means. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking of these classes. Let me know if you are getting something out of them. And also, if you don't feel like putting your comments below in a public setting, you can email me at disabilitynoway@gmail.com. That's all just one word, disabilitynoway. All right, and until next time we meet, just keep looking out for those doors. Thank you.